Yeah. Because that honestly is my biggest stressor is time and not having enough of the right equipment for the class sizes that I have.
And kind of the ownership over how those labs go.
Right, yeah. Well, I don't mind, it wouldn't be a big deal if others used some of them, but it needs to be done in a way where they're not just over there tearing stuff apart. Like, it needs to be left for those students that are really trying to do this. They're taking it serious, not just, hey, go over here and see if you can find this, and they mess things up. So I think it needs to be more reserved, have things more reserved for asset only and not spread out for everybody.
That makes sense.
So.
Those are basically all of my kind of formal questions. What is there any other, information or like perspective from you that you want to add that would, you want to make sure your voice gets heard?
Not other than what I've already said. I mean, if like I've said, if I can't do it right, I don't want to do it. And if that's not going to change, and I would say we got to make a move. There needs to be something to change, Outside of that, no. I mean, I just wish I had more time, more labs. I mean, quality. Yeah, that's what I say. It's all about. I need quality, not quantity. So that's what I tell the guys too. So I rather have quality than quantity. And if I can't do it that way, then I'm really doing them a disservice because they're here to learn. And if I can't do it right, then I'm letting them down at the same time. So. Yeah.
All right. Well, I really appreciate your time, and I think that's. I want to leave time for you to go get all of your other things done. Friday is if you're one day, and I'm taking up more than an hour of it. Sorry.
And outside of the recording, are you not recording?
It's off.
Okay.
Off the record.
I don't even know if I'm gonna be here after the end of my contract. So.
Okay.
I don't
because of the frustrations.
Well, that and some other ridiculous stuff that happened over some of the extra stuff that I'm required to do. My name's Mud, and I can be a stick in the mud with some things. So I don't even know as far where that stands.
Okay.
As far as I know, I've been told by one of the VPs that my contract wasn't going to be re-signed. So.
I mean, it sounds like that's kind of a mutual. I mean, on your part, they.
I was slapped in the face with that. I wasn't expecting it.
Oh, okay.
And it's kind of put me in a position where it's like, man, like, where do I stand now? So, yeah.
Well, that's not a good feeling to kind of
be hanging by a thread and not know where I stand.
Yeah, for the rest of this term.
Right.
That's really tough.
Yeah.
What?
So that's kind of another frustration I have. But,
yeah. When would you would have wanted to continue?
I probably would have. Yeah, I mean, it'd be the same thing. No, I wouldn't stay here if things aren't going to change.
Yeah.
But if I see that they're willing and trying to make a difference or change some things, then yeah. But I'm not gonna hang on by a thread or just continue the way it is. I'd rather walk away and watch the house of cards fall without me in
it. That's understandable.
So, but yeah, I just thought I'd throw that in there.
Yeah.
But
no, thanks for sharing.
because
I'm sorry to hear about that added frustration.
Well, yeah, it's just another added frustration. I'm like, I don't know where I stand, and I'm here with these guys, and it's like, if I'm out in August, I don't know what's going to happen. So, which supposedly some people are trying to fix that, what was said or what was done, because technically I could have already resigned. Like the person gave me you can resign today or finish your contract down. I'm like, serious, dude?
Wow.
Like, for this?
Over
the all-in program?
What?
Okay.
I'm not familiar with that. What kind of significance does that have?
A big significance.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty much every employee is required to be part of the all-in program, which I understand why they do it.
Is it like a morale building? Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of, I think it's more or less one of these things where they just try to get all the employees together to mingle together, socialize with your...
with all your free time?
Yeah, with all my free time. And so that's my frustration, is like, part of it is that, because I'm like, I have to worry about going and getting these all-in points, or I get reprimanded or in trouble.
Oh my gosh.
And Rob was stressing that I wasn't going to get my points, and was trying to get me to leave. I also was teaching an adult class at that time, an evening class. And he came in during one of my classes and was trying to get me to go to one of these events. And I was like, dude, I'm teaching a class and it's fine. I'm getting ready for finals. No, I'm not going. That's stupid. No. And he was already, he's always stressing about it. I'm like, dude, I already told you, I'll get my points. But if I don't, I'm not doing anything extra because of it. Because literally, if you don't get your points, I guess they try getting you to write some kind of something about why you did it. I said, I ain't doing that. Sorry. Well, he was stressing about it and told somebody, well, actually, he was our sit-in dean at the time. Gene wasn't here. Robert Rivas, I don't know if you met Robert Rivas. He's like staff VP of staff administration, or second in charge, pretty much. Tells him that Nick may not get his points, and he already said he's not going to do the whole writing, and that I'm not doing it. And I was like, yeah, I'm not. I'm not messing with none of that. Well, I don't have time to worry about this crap. Between what Rob told him and he told Ken, the other VP, it got turned to Ken. I guess I said the program was stupid and that I was a virgin and all this hoopla stuff. Well, I guess Rob didn't expect it to blow up like it did. But we had kind of a little argument, not a private conversation and disagreement, really. And I was frustrated at the time. That was the other thing, is the laptops. I didn't even get to, I'm sorry, I didn't even mention that in it, but the technology and the issues I've had with IT and the laptops. I had 3 laptops down. I couldn't even use my laptops. I had one laptop trying to do all these things with it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so that's not a Ford thing. That's the school.
That's
equipment.
a school thing.
Okay.
That's a school thing. It's not a Ford thing though.
Okay.
So, but I dealt with the same kind of stuff with the city and IT, with issues causing issues with my computers and all that. But IT, they don't want to listen. I'm like, whatever. So I had a lot of those problems going on. I was just, my wife's stepdad passed away, which was like her real dad. I got sick. Like, that semester was freaking a mess.
That was in the fall?
Yeah, the fall semester. Yeah, it was. I was already stressed, overwhelmed, overloaded, and then that happened. And I was telling, I know me and Rob kind of got into this. I said, dude, I'm gonna get my points. Like, quit worrying about it. Like, and he went overboard and said something. Well, I ended up getting my points. This was like a Thursday or whatever, and then Friday I got my points, and then come Monday I get called down to HR. I'm like, seriously, dude? And I had a student in my class. I had one of my Ford ASSET students in there that wasn't able to, got sick, and so she came in late, or she came in on another day to finish up. And I literally had to just leave and go down there. And I was like, okay, well, they're just going to talk to you about all in and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay. I thought this was over now. So I go in there and he's like, so tell me what you think about all in. And I told him, I was like, I understand why you do it. It's you're trying to build morale, or trying to get everybody to come together. And I understand why I do it, but it takes away from this, and didn't care, didn't want to hear it. Well, you're not part of, literally told me I wasn't part of their culture. He said, you're not part of the culture. I was like, you're right, I'm not. I'm not part of your culture. I was like, this is what I'm here for? No, I'm not. I'm sorry. I got my points, things were done. I did what I needed to do, and now I'm here. Like, I don't understand. And I even tried to tell him some of my frustrations and things. They didn't care to hear it. He was pretty much like, well, you said the program is stupid and this and that. And I'm like, no, I said to leave class is stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, when you're in the middle
I said, I was told to not leave class to go do these things. That is stupid. And So I told him my side and what happened from my point of view, and then pretty much was told that you have two options. You can resign today, which was like December 8th or something like that, or you can finish your contract out, but it's being recommended to not be re-signed, or it won't be re-signed after your contract's up.
Wow, that's unbelievable.
Yeah.
You've got a committed faculty member.
I was like, what? Okay. Well, I came back and I told Rob, I said, dude, you threw me under the bus, dude. Like, now I'm being told that they're not re-signing my contract. And he was like, what? I was like, yeah, dude, Ken said that I could resign today, which would cause a lot of problems for you right now. And part of me was like, I should have, but I'm not that way. And I was like, but I don't feel I did nothing wrong, so why should I walk away? Mm-hmm. So here I am until August, I guess, or till I don't know.
For finishing this.
Yeah, so I don't, and then now I know he's in recovery mode, trying to figure out. But as far as I'm concerned, on paper, I haven't been told nothing else from nobody else that matters. Mm-hmm. So and word, just somebody saying something doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
If it ain't on writing or on paper, then I got a family to worry about. I'm not gonna sit around and wait. So.
And I mean, from all that we've learned, it is so hard to get qualified instructors in here. Like
it's not easy.
They're just shooting themselves in the foot.
On both feet. And then taking a hammer and smashing them.
Wow.
But so yeah, to me it's they put a bad taste in my mouth with the way that was handled.
Yeah, I can understand that.
So
that's incredibly frustrating.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, wow. Well, the students.
And I know how they feel about. I mean, the students tell me too stuff, you know, so which makes me feel good.
Yeah.
And it makes me feel bad that I honestly don't know where I stand.
Yeah, I mean, well, you obviously care about their success and
right.
their progress in the program and coming in after hours to help them out.
And that's like I've always like my thinking is the same as when I fix things. It's got my name on it.
Sure.
So there's only so many Muds.
Yeah.
There's only 2 Muds in this town, or 2 families, you know. So if my name's on it, I don't want to be looked down upon because it's like crap or whatever. Mm-hmm. So.
Wow, yeah. I'm so sorry that you were dealing with that, and that could present a huge challenge for the program come fall.
It could. If somebody I don't know. Yeah, it could create a big problem.
Yeah.
Because if they don't tell me something, and you know, I can't wait till my contract's up in August. Mm-hmm. You know,
and just figure out something else.
I mean, I can go get a job tomorrow. I'm not worried about it. And you know, I also have a commercial CDL license, so I got plenty of options.
Yeah.
You know, I've been mechanic for 16 years. I'm certified. I got all kinds of certification. I can go anywhere I want in mechanic, or run a shop or whatever. But I'm here.
They want me to have you here.
Right. Right. And that's what kind of threw me for a loop when all that happened. I was like, now it's my turn. Y'all, if you want to keep me, now you're going to have to come to my terms, is where I'm at. So it's kind of, for me, what they did, I don't think he realized that now he's put himself in a position where he's giving me the upper hand. Because y'all need me more than I need y'all. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's the way I look at it.
They need you more than they need everybody participating in all that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, if you're more concerned about that than the quality of teaching I'm doing, I don't need to be here.
Yeah, that's a problem. That's a school problem.
Yeah. And I told him that too. I was like, the teachers, I mean, the students, I'm here to teach, like, too. Oh, yeah, but you signed the contract with all in. Well, I won't be signing it again. Because they literally send you an agreement to agree to participate in the all in.
That's really interesting. I'm sure that's in some form or another at a whole lot of schools, because I mean that's just.
I don't know. Is it? I don't know.
Not in the same way, for sure. But
I mean, I understand why they do it. I just think certain faculty, like us over here that are working so much, don't have time to deal with that all the time.
Yeah. Well, it sure seems like there's some kind of disconnect in
There's
how it's being implemented.
There's some big disconnect. Yeah.
And that's only contributing to, like, you know, the faculty administration kind of divide that exists everywhere. That's a problem everywhere. But that's just like driving a wedge.
Especially when it's driving, for me, it's really driving a wedge. Like, some people are complacent and they won't speak up. I've always been the kind that, I'll speak up. Mm-hmm. And whether you will or you won't, that's fine, I'll speak up for you. Like, I'm not going to put up with certain things. Mm-hmm. And if it causes me to have to move on, then I guess they'll have to deal with what they have to deal with, because it's not going to change.
Yeah. Do you notice that, again, I'm not recording anything, but like, do you feel like that same kind of disconnect between like the technical side of the college and then like gen ed faculty? Is there also a divide kind of there?
Like between like the different age groups in the faculty kind of?
Yeah, no, between like you all in the like automotive services and then like all the other technical kind of education programs, and then you got like your English department and your...
No, yeah, totally, because like we're full-time faculty here.
Yeah.
A lot of the other instructors like my friend that worked here, she's a doctorate, she does biology and has her PhD and whatnot, and they were more like, they weren't a full-time employee. Okay. They weren't full-time instructors.
Okay, so they have a lot of adjunct.
So they're adjunct or like 35-hour part-time type instructors. Or how do they say, we're 12-month contract or 9-month contract. Mm-hmm. So those guys have a lot more freedom, a lot more open time to participate in some of the stuff, whereas we're supposed to be full-time employees.
Gotcha. And
it's kind of like, okay, I have to do all this Ford training, all the other like PLC, personal learning development credits, we got to get 15 a year. I got to worry about all in every semester. Mm-hmm. I have to worry about all the other certifications that we do in here for the NC3 or the SP2, you know, and then when the ASC stuff pops up or maintain, you know, on top of trying to keep up with all the equipment and all the labs and getting your class set up. It's a freaking lot.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it's a really
and different... it's like, and then the other thing is some of the things like the PLCs and some of that stuff, it goes on when I'm teaching. So how can I do some of these things if I'm teaching? Like,
that's absurd.
It's absurd. Like, they're just, and I don't know if some people are scared to step up and say something, and just, I'm not a yes man. And so that's where I see a problem with some people. Yes, I can do it. Yes, and no, I can't. Mm-hmm. And this is why. Yeah. Instead of just say, yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll make it work. No, it's not going to work that way. It's not going to work. Yeah. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. It's important to have boundaries.
Yeah. And there is a disconnect, I feel like, for all that. Because they don't do the same things we have to do out here. We also have over 200 kids come through this building a day.
Yeah, this is a big, the overall program is huge.
Yeah. So, and I know ECISD would actually like to have their own facility again and hopefully build their own facility, which would alleviate a lot of other, problems here too.
Okay.
If we just had OC Tech here and just the OC students here, that would help a lot too. But then I don't know how their dual credit programs and everything else they're trying to do. I just feel like they're trying to do too much.
Yeah.
With what we have right now.
It's a beautiful facility, but they're cramming a lot into it.
I know some people have, what's that thing, build fast and break things. I don't think that works for everything. I don't know if you've heard that term.
Yeah.
But I don't think it, to me that's how I feel like that's how I feel it is. But to me in education, that ain't the way to do it.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work, no. To me, you're not benefiting the students. They're actually not getting what they should.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure the students have voiced this because we talked about it, making these classes. I don't know how other asset programs do, but making them like Monday through Friday, and like at 8 to 3, or like the beginning electrical courses, an all day thing. Like something more like that where we have more time in the day.
They did, yeah. That surprised me that they were like, we would like to be here longer. We need more time.
Yeah, and
we would come in here on Friday.
And it's like I told them, even if we change to that, and that gives us more time to go over things, to spend on things, and then we come down to like the last week or two where we've already finished everything, well then we can go back and just start just going out in the shop and messing with stuff, or learning more things, getting your hands on things more. So it gives us just more time. It would give us more time to do things, or get a little bit more deeper in some subjects, or we don't have the time. Or, you know, we don't have the labs, but if we have the time to get more deeper into things, or just, that may help. But
takes away your Friday that you.
Well, it also probably put them in a position where I wouldn't have to deal with some of the other stuff I'm dealing with because I ain't had time to do it. Cause I got class Monday through.
That could be a benefit then.
And so, when I went to UTI, it was Monday through Friday, 6:30 to 12:30. So.
Yeah.
And also at UTI, you have to go through the whole core class before you go to the fact of any manufacturer training.
Oh, okay.
They make you go through the basics, all of the, because you can go to UTI and not take any manufacturing courses, right? But to take the manufacturing courses, you got to get through a certain portion of the basic courses before you even go into that. And so if we had more time, that would kind of allow us to get into some of the other stuff, you know, into the engines a little bit deeper before we actually jump right into the Ford stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's an interesting comparison. I didn't realize that there wasn't that same kind of basics, like fundamental immersion into the basic stuff before you get into Ford stuff.
And that's the time thing.
Yeah.
If I get into that stuff like that and we spend a day or 2 days, then now I'm rushing to get other things done, to get all the labs and get everything done with.
Yeah.
So then that extra time would make that difference, I think.
Yeah.
So, I think it make a big change.
Well, that's
that's a lot.
It's a lot, yeah.
It's a lot.
Just the recorded conversation is all great insight to.
I mean, and what I just told you afterwards, I don't care who you share that with. Honestly, I really don't. Because.
I mean, that would be.
I know it's off recording.
Yeah, 100%.
And that's fine.
Confidential, anonymous, but.
I don't mind if it's talked about. So.
Well, I would definitely.
Or if that's something that. I mean, I honestly don't know where I stand. So I mean.
Well, that would be completely kept, out of any kind of reported findings.
I understand that.
But as far as the involvement of the institution kind of over all of that and demanding a lot more of, technical education staff and faculty, that is a really, that is information that I can absolutely take and use, and absolutely nothing about your personal situation. But
no, yeah, I understand.
But yeah, that would.
But I'm like, what they did at the same time, like, if I wasn't who I am, I could really be affecting the program right now.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Where would it's like, what are y'all thinking?
Yeah, wow.
For something so ridiculous.
Well, I really appreciate you taking the,
Sorry, I'm
the
hungry.
time. Oh, yeah. No, now I'm cutting into your lunchtime.
Okay.
So.
I do fasting, intermittent fasting, so.
Oh, okay.
Yesterday was my long fast.
Well, I really appreciate everything that you